Here are the three best props to bet on for the Week 15 Thursday night game between the Falcons and Buccaneers presented by Sharpstack. The first is a two-leg parlay of Baker Mayfield and Kirk Cousins, both 190 plus passing yards. Now, Cousins has been over this mark in two of his last three starts, with the one game that he didn't get to 190 actually being last week against the Seahawks, who have one of the better defenses in the league. Tampa Bay does not really have a good defense, especially against the pass. They have allowing the sixth most passing yards in the entire league, with four of their last five opposing quarterbacks throwing for 270 plus on them. Cousins also annihilated the Bucs last year with 276 yards and 509 yards in 2 games played. He won't have Drake London tonight, but Pitts, Mooney, Bijan, and the others should get Cousins to at least 190. As for Baker Mayfield, he has been ice cold for weeks now, having not topped 200 yards since the beginning of November. But he did throw for 194 against Arizona 2 weeks ago, and it sounds like he is getting both Mike Evans and Jalen McMillan back tonight. So for the first time all season long, he will have his entire cast of weapons to throw to. Atlanta has also been weak against the pass. They've allowed 5 of their last 6 quarterbacks to throw for at least 250 plus on them, so I like the get-right game for Baker Mayfield tonight against Atlanta. The second prop is Emeka Egbuka over 45.5 receiving yards. Now, if we're calling our shots on get-right games, who better than to throw confidence behind than Emeka Egbuka? He has not been over 45 yards since the same game that Baker went over 200 in the beginning of November, but he has been at 40 and 42 in 2 of his last 4 weeks. His issue has really just been drops because he's seen 8+ targets every week, but he only hauls in like 2, 3, or 4 of them for a sub 50% catch rate. But hopefully, if Baker does well, and with the addition of Mike Evans into the lineup, maybe Evans can take some defensive pressure off of Egbuka and get him back into the elite wide receiver he was to start the season. Now, before I say the last prop, I wanted to tell y'all that I'm getting these plays from the new Sharpstack tool on 4for4.com, which shows you the best props to bet on with their EV tool across the NFL, college football, MLB, NBA, and more. Sign up today for a 7-day free trial using the link in the description with code BET for 25% off. And our last play is another 2-leg parlay of the Falcons plus 7.5 and over 36.5. Even though I think this is a get-right game for Tampa Bay, I still do not expect them to crush Atlanta. This is still a Buccaneers team that lost to New Orleans and barely beat Arizona the last 2 weeks, and they beat Atlanta by 3 back in week 1. This is also a Falcons team that, outside of the smackdown that they got from Seattle last week, has not lost by more than 6 points since October, and that includes games against New England and Indianapolis. As for the over, I think it is a safer play than a juiced under because these teams can still score even if their offenses haven't been playing as well. Tampa's offense looks to be back at full strength, and even though Atlanta's not going to have Drake London, they haven't had him for multiple games where they still scored 24 points with Kirk Cousins against subpar defenses like Tampa Bay has. So all we need is a 20-17 final at minimum, and we're in the green here on this one.